Okay, Remnant Vault. Let's get this place up and running. Well, we turned the power on.
You'll need to locate the console to activate the purification field, Pathfinder. Several interface connections converge here. I will highlight the ones you need.
There must be a trick to this. Let's give it a try. That gets us a step closer.
This console will activate the purification field. You may want to sweep the area.
Before this place tries to kill us, you mean? Okay, get ready to run. Here it comes! Go, go! They didn't like that. Don't quit. It gets less terrifying. Let's get out of here.
Pathfinder Rider, are you there? All our instruments just recorded a surge. What happened?
Vault's back up. We did it.
That's a jest. It can't be. That's not a jest. The vault going through a reset would explain all the readings. I can't wait to hear all about this. Come back to Palam. We've a lot to discuss.
Pathfinder, the organic life on Havarl has begun to stabilize. It appears the vault is performing biological repairs.
Imagine what we'll see here in a few years.
An alien, able to use Remnant. Never thought I'd see such a thing.
My aunt had a remnant artifact she learned to
Nothing's
open
coming
and
to you?
close.
No memories.
But it took her many, many years to achieve it. She was never able to do it reliably. It took a great deal of
I want to go
concentration.
scan. I'm
And she couldn't
concerned.
explain how she was doing it.
Pathfinder Ryder, you have done something remarkable here today.
Succeeded where Zorai failed,
Esmos? What are you doing down here?
renewing old bonds. Talking to you was enlightening. I saw an alien working for us when we had given up. We have isolated ourselves for too long. Perhaps there is a balance we can find.
We all need to find balance, I think.
Tavos. I wasn't expecting to see you, but I'm pleasantly surprised.
I've learned a lot in a short time. The Rokar wants simple solutions, but nothing is ever simple or certain, is it? I wish those that were killed could have realized this. But after everything I've seen, I have to hope that they aren't lost forever.
This curious memory transfer.
Reincarnation.
Whatever it might be, I aim to devote resources to studying it. Maybe one day we'll find the truth buried deep within our superstitions.
What do your projections say? Is Havarl going to be safe?
We've already seen improvements. They're small, but statistically significant. In time, the planet will heal. There is some space here at Dar Pelev, and we'll need extra hands to monitor Havarl's situation. Will you extend an invitation to your people? We'd welcome anyone who can help.
I'll pass it along.
Then I'll leave you. I have some numbers to analyze. Can you believe it? For the first time in years, they excite me. You still have that.
Did you find anything about my sister?
Hala was right. They documented everything.
Your sister was moved across Havarl. This data drive should have the specifics.
Thank you. With all this information, I could see Amara again. But the thought of leaving frightens me. This is my home. If I leave, I abandon my duties. What if I never get to come home again?
Everyone gets scared. It passes. Amara's your sister.
And home is often a person, and not a place. I will swallow my fear. Thank you for this. For helping an old man.
Leaving Havarl. Bridge is yours, Pathfinder. Welcome back.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Entering atmosphere. LZ in sight.
Kieran says Zaval would have lasted another cycle. 2 at most.
Were the projections so dire?
But I am in danger.
Ken's so close to
A
losing
plant went
everything.
through my personal shuttle. I could have been inside.
After analysis alone can't tell us anything useful. Our sample set is much too narrow. Pathfinder Ryder, Dr. Tsana Relar, xenobotanist for the Initiative, and my colleague, Dr. Eric Baumgarten.
Xenogenetics. Pleasure to meet you.
I can see why you're on Havarl. Plenty to keep you busy.
Indeed. It can hardly walk without stepping on a new life form. We tread lightly.
Your report of accelerated evolution and rapid growth of nature here caught our interest.
We're analyzing everything we can for clues to replicate the effects on our own crops.
It would have interesting applications if there's a way to control the process.
You understand the end goal.
If we learn to enhance the growth of plants and animals in non-destructive ways, we could end hunger. It would change everything for the Initiative. Our colonies could thrive virtually overnight.
Since you repaired the vault, things are returning to normal, but too quickly for us.
The accelerated life forms you want to study are dying off, decaying.
We're scrambling to scan and catalog everything before it's gone. We could use some help.
Point me at the life forms you need. I'll do the rest.
Anything mutated beyond its baseline growth cycle will aid our work.
I'll provide the most promising genetic markers to scan for.
Thank you for whatever help you can provide, Pathfinder. Rendezvous here when you're finished.
The reports didn't do this world justice. It's ethereal.
Director Addison? No personal appearance? It might have been an outpost.
Thank you, but no. I prefer climate control to these extremes. Given the planet's significance to the Angara, it's appropriate that we assist, but not place an outpost. And the stability you brought? I received a thank you from Aya. That may be the first time I've heard those words in Andromeda.
After the Ked and what they've seen of the exiles, we had to be at our best.
We've had precious few examples of that. Pathfinder might be getting close. Havarl helps. Outpost or not, we're gaining. We need another, but we're gaining. It's promising, and a lot of people have noticed. And there's another matter, a ceremonial one. A statement for the archives.
Is this really the time?
Pathfinder was always a symbol. Like outpost flags hanging in the commons, the people need a connection to reality on the ground. Address them, Pathfinder. What did this mean?
We came here as pioneers, but we're not the only ones in Helios. And that means even better discoveries. On Havarl, we can work together. First contact doesn't end, and it isn't someone else's job. It's here.
Into the books, Pathfinder. Addison out.
Ah, you'll be the Pathfinder then. Dr. McIntyre from the Nexus.
Ryder, Welcome to Havarl.
She'll be more welcoming now that you put the vault back on track. The Angara invited us to monitor plant growth and study ruins out in the jungle. It's the chance of a lifetime.
Be careful around those monoliths. There might be more stasis fields. We think they only affect Angara, but who knows?
Oh, we know. Make no mistake. I have a check-in system ready. Whether young Farley remembers it when he's chasing butterflies is another matter.
What does your team do here?
Zera is our botanist. She'll be minding the plants and designing an artificial habitat for them. She also happens to be an engineer. Sorry, one profession's never enough. Then there's young Farley. He's here for the insects.
And you?
I'm the xenoanthropologist. A fancy word for talking to the Angara about those ruins. And listening.
I imagine you've spoken to Kieran Dawes already.
She's the one who invited us, aye. Fussed over us something terrible. But she's a fine lady, and hopefully a good colleague down the road. I plan to listen to her.
You know how Tavos found the monolith, right? Reincarnated memories?
Aye, I heard. One for the textbooks.
You believe him? But you're a scientist.
Asari share thoughts and memories. Prothean tech speaks in visions. Those are scientific facts. There's more to people than what can go under a microscope, lass.
Good luck, McIntyre.
Safe journeys, Ryder.
Pathfinder, the life forms in this area display accelerated growth markers. The malfunctioning vault affected this area. I recommend scanning for accelerated growth.
Reload! must be what it was like for those ancient Angara, finding strange things in the wilds.
It's possible we could discover something new from what you found. We should take it for further analysis.
These Angara carried more than weapons. They had research tech, data pads. Let's find out why. The Rokar were studying mutant wildlife too. They want to use it against us. The datapad mentions a camp.
Updating known data. Mission parameters changing.
Between the eyes.
Sam, what do you get from this?
Analyzing. The Rokar took special interest in mutations that would poison a natural environment.
They wouldn't use that on our worlds.
What are your instructions for this data, Pathfinder?
Download a copy, then erase the Rokar computer.
Acknowledged. Copying complete. Erasure of Rokar files complete.
Let's wrap things up and get back to our researchers.
What have you brought us, Pathfinder?
I got jumped by Rokar. They were researching harmful mutations, hoping to use them against us.
I hope you put an end to their work.
Do you have any of their data? May we see it?
I copied the files before I erased the Rokar computer. I'll transmit everything.
If nothing else, it may help us defend against future attacks.
I scanned all the mutated wildlife I could find. I hope it helps your research.
We're going to be overwhelmingly busy, aren't we?
Thank you for everything, Pathfinder. We'll get to work.
Leaving Havaral. Bridge is yours, Pathfinder.
Ryder.
Oh, the ship manual's useful. That leg of my workbench needed propping up.
If you bothered reading it, you'd know that the Tempest is an orchestra of new tech. You can't just meddle with...
I got this ship launch ready in record time, Callow. I know my stuff.
And you don't have a shred of respect for other people's.
Callow.
Oh, Ryder. Sorry you had to hear that. What can I do for you?
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Vetra's very kind. She actually got hold of some dried seaweed snacks for me. Said I needed feeding up.
Tell me something else about the ship.
Our aerospace engineer was Tianada Vasmore, a Quarian fellow, and absolutely fearless. Once, some Omega scrap dealer pulled the "we don't sell to Quarians" nonsense. Tion found a workaround.
What did he do?
He glued a memory foam to his environmental suit, then, during the negotiations, leaned against the drive core he wanted, very casual. It made a perfect mold of the components, and the scrap dealer was none the wiser.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I don't talk to Cora much. She always seems so busy. There are things I'd like to ask her about your father, but it never seems like a good time.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Jal has all sorts of questions about the ship. I gave him some technical manuals. He tore right through them. I should ask him about Angaran ships. Imagine something actually designed to handle that damn scourge.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Oh, if I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Ket genetics defies everything we know. They're bits of different species, and yet all Ket. It's bizarre, horrifying, fascinating, all at once.
If you and the rest of the team could figure them out, it might make a huge difference.
Already on it, Pathfinder.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Hey, what's shaking?
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it. I thought I hated the Ket before,
Then we learn about exaltation. I can't even begin to imagine how Jal feels about this.
I was curious about you and Sid, being on your own from such a young age.
Yeah, I really wouldn't recommend it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Back on Palaven, I suppose. She was an awful person. All she cared about was climbing the ranks. She and my dad fought all the time. I think at the end they hated each other. When things were really tough, I thought about going back. But she wouldn't have accepted us. Whatever my dad did destroyed any chance of that.
Where was home? Palaven?
No, we'd already left Palaven by then. Whatever our dad was involved in meant we weren't welcome there. I hadn't even gone to boot camp yet. Sid was barely a year old. We eventually settled in a mining colony in the Minos wasteland. 2 years later, our dad was gone.
How did he keep you and your sister afloat?
I was barely more than a kid myself, so lots of unskilled work, construction jobs. No one else would do the dangerous stuff, so I would, being up high, crawling under things. I could shoot a gun, so eventually I moved into smuggling. Even more dangerous, but lucrative. We were never rich, but we got to comfortable.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Hey, Drac. Devil's advocate, okay?
Go for it.
With the Ket entrenched here and things as they are, maybe we should focus our efforts on leaving this cluster.
You mean quit? Run away?
Well, we came to find a new home, not a new enemy, right?
We knew this was a possible scenario, and we took the jump anyway.
What she said. Ryder.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pyjak scratch its butt?
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
So, Chosen, it's not good to let too many of them get close to you at once. If they hit your shields, take a step back. Let me handle them. Bet you anything they're not used to being rushed by a Krogan.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Did I hear right? You're going after the Archon's ship?
Looks like it.
Last time we crossed his path, you nearly broke my baby here. Now, tell me you have a better plan of escape this go-around.
I've got it all under control.
How naive do I look? Just stay out of the skirt, huh?
How's your friend Jill doing?
Good. Busy. Apparently, prepping multiple species for procreation is a lot of work. Who knew? Waiting to get it all started was killing her. Now she's being shot out of a cannon, so to speak.
Out with it already. What's the deal with you and Callow? Anything I should be concerned about?
Twist my arm, why don't you? It's contrasting styles more than anything. He's a blueprint guy. I'm gears and guts. Got ink on his digits, not grease up to his elbows. If you didn't have me to balance him out, you might be in trouble. Heck, maybe that goes both ways.
Regale me with some poker wisdom.
Well, bluffing and reading players aside, poker is all about math. If the odds of getting the card you need are greater than the bet, make the bet.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Gotcha. I filed a complaint with Tan.
Fallout from the recent uprising as security tightens across all sectors on the Nexus. Director Tan stresses that it's, quote, for your safety. This is HNS.
Pathfinder, may I have a word?
What is it?
You're out there, facing the Ket. We hear only rumors making them out to be monsters. Maybe they just don't understand us. Do you think peace could ever be possible?
The Ket seems set in their ways.
So it would be up to us to change?
If they have their way, they'll change us into them. That's what they do.
Oh, I see. We must continue the fight then. Thank you for your time.
Yes, Pathfinder?
I've been digging, and there are serious concerns about Spender.
And this relates to your job as Pathfinder how?
It relates to your job.
3, 4, 5. Right. I've had a year and a half of doing everything with nothing. 1,000 people riding me. Spender, shit as he is, helps. So, Pathfinder, if you've accusations to make, be certain. I'll drop trouble like a hot rock, but I can't lose people over suspicions. We don't have the people left.
How are we doing on the viability front?
Struggling. Need I remind you that viability isn't abstract, it's lives, our foothold. Get out there, Ryder. Pathfind, we're dying.
I have info on a specific sleeper I'd like brought out of cryo.
Did you forget the stink that playing favorites has already caused? Look, you're the Pathfinder. If you've a request for your extended team, that's a request you can make. Access the sleeper records through Brekker's console. It's none of my business. Until you make it a problem for me. Understood? Hello again, Pathfinder.
How has the Nexus reacted to the foothold I've established?
We send them where you signal, because that's where the need is. There's no time for preference. Havarl is a draw for the research-minded, despite there being so little established. It remains unusual despite the corrected vault. It may yet be a surprising producer. We shall see.
Director Addison.
Pathfinder.
The Cultural Center requests special
Yes, Pathfinder.
planetary instructions for Angaran visitors.
Why do some colonists have a number letter designation?
All initiative members do. In the CV file somewhere, anyway. It isn't relevant when everyone is doing everything. I suppose it's like caring about a middle name. Do you not know yours?
I wasn't aware I had one.
You were in select company, even before you were made Pathfinder. Sarah Ryder, Pathfinder. Specialist designation A03 Malapa.
Something interesting?
An A and low odds. Someone's an early adopter.
I have a specific person I want brought out of cryo.
Name and designation if available.
I heard that the chief engineer on EOS went back into cryo.
There have been a few such requests. The first few months in Helios were disheartening.
Now that Prodromos is on track, I want her redeployed.
Chief Engineer Grace Lito, designation E97 Durango. Deployment will begin shortly. Is there anything else, Pathfinder?
Another time.
Pathfinder.
Approaching the LZ.
Temperatures are below freezing and continuing to fall. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. Life support is stable. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
Hey there, Explorer. Who knows how much time we have?
Don't be so dramatic. I do this all the time.
I hear you have a very impressive vehicle, yes?
We call it the Nomad.
I'm an amateur mechanic myself. Build vehicles for my people. Upload this schematic for your mechanic, with my compliments. They can upgrade your vehicle's shielding once you find the needed components.
He lives for this shit, and will make his day.
My long-lost brother. You can find some of what you need here on Vold. The rest, out and about.
Got a message.
Good to see you again, Commander Dalziel.
And you, Jarl. You must be the Pathfinder who saved the Moshai. I'm Anyek Dalziel, commander of this encampment. You're welcome here as an ally of the Angara.
I appreciate the warm welcome. It's a joke. To break the ice. Get it? Warm welcome? Ice?
It's a joke, but not a good one.
Probably a translation thing.
Perhaps. Strange jokes aside, I hope you will join our fight against the Ket. We could certainly use the help. We've held the Ket at bay, but have been unable to deal a decisive blow. The longer things drag on, the greater our disadvantage.
That's why I came here. To help.
If you want to know where you can make a difference, go to the post that overlooks the valley. Nothing happens on Vold without our lookouts knowing about it. Before you go, is there anything else I can help you with?
How are you holding up against the Ket?
It hasn't been easy. We've had our victories, but we're a small force. Too small.
Didn't Ephra send recruits?
Most of them are young, untrained. If we want to beat the Ket, we need medics, technicians, and skilled fighters.
Then Ryder and I will help.
We will?
If the commander needs recruits, we'll find them.
I'm an outsider. How could I convince anyone to join your resistance?
You may be an outsider, but Jarl is an experienced soldier with unmatched passion. He's inspired the will to fight in so many of us.
And you're the hero who saved our Moshai. That carries weight.
Jarl's right. We can find the people you need.
I'd be happy to take anyone you send my way. You have my gratitude, both of you.
How long has the Resistance been around?
Nearly as long as the Ket. With our military destroyed, civilians took the fight into their own hands. They formed the Resistance as a final effort to retake our home.
It seems to be working.
Only since Ephra took over. His tactics gave us the push we needed against the Ket. But even now, we're a long way from winning.
I've met Ephra. He's interesting.
He's never been good at first impressions. He can be stern, but he's exactly what the Resistance needs. Ephra took a scattered band of civilian fighters and molded them into an effective army. What success we've had against the Ket is entirely due to his leadership.
Most people seem to really respect him.
Because he would do anything for his people, he inspires the same in us. We may not always agree with Ephra, but we'd follow him to the end of the stars.
That's it for now.
I'll be here if you have any questions.
Squadron at Varroa. I'm picking up hostiles.
Hold. Hostile patrol approaching. Feeling kind of honored we get to see all this.
You don't win a war without good organization.
From this room, we keep track of our brothers and sisters in the field.
Pathfinder, I was told to expect you. Davia Kars, Chief Intelligence Officer. I want to brief you on Vold. Any questions about the planet? Ask away.
How does the Resistance plan to win this war?
We don't have the forces to fight a planet-wide war. Our only hope is a strategic strike. The center of all Ket operations on Vold is across the valley. If we take down their command structure, it will weaken them. At least, that is our hope.
Is that a map of Vold?
A living map, yes. Every region on the planet is represented. Updated in real time as we get information from scouts and contacts. You can see the nearest Dara, the Jara Tetchiks, and Yarnik, the archaeological dig the Ket have occupied.
The bright spots on the map, are those cities?
Cities under siege by the Ket, yes. The largest, Estraya, was our capital.
Was?
It's hard to think of a city as a capital when it's just a maze of empty streets and burnt-out buildings. But buildings can be rebuilt. We are more than our cities.
Tell me more about Estraya.
It's the recent focus of Ket attacks. They think they can break our spirit by tearing down our walls. The Ket learned that we fight to the death, and they would rather we submit. So they destroy our Dara, our homes. They drive us into the cold and expect us to give in. They underestimate the Angara.
You mentioned the word Dar. What does it mean?
Well, translated directly, it means rock foundation. A Dar is smaller than a city, but larger than a settlement. There are several out here. Angara who live in Dara are combat trained, ready for anything.
I guess they need to be.
They take pride in defending themselves. But the Ket are bolder lately. The Dara are their new target. We've had to change our tactics to protect them. More patrols with the Dara means fewer raids on Ket camps. The Ket know this and use it against us.
I think I have enough info.
If you need anything else, I'll be here.
Rylus?
That's me, yes. I'm Rylus. Wow. You really showed up.
He seemed thrilled. Honestly, it's nothing special.
Nothing special? You saved the Moshai from the Ket. And not just the Moshai. So many people owe you their lives. Anyway, I should get to the point. Your raid on the Exaltation facility sent the Ket scrambling. They're trying to get their operations in order. Our scouts report increased Ket movement through certain areas of Vold. Not military, though. Science and research vessels.
So something that could involve Exaltation, or the creation of a new Exaltation lab.
Well, that's what I thought. Either way, Ket organizing means trouble. We don't have the tech to break into their bases. But someone has to stop them.
You're talking to the right person. We always help our friends and allies.
I knew you'd help. I'll send the nav point immediately.
Looks like supplies aren't getting through to the Resistance.
Olisk is in charge of requisitions. We should speak with him.
Pathfinder, something I can do for you?
You the requisitions officer? I hear you're having supply issues.
Of course not. I don't know what you've heard, but everything is running fine.
Your communications say otherwise. You haven't received a shipment in weeks.
Those data pads are encrypted. How did you... I need to keep this news contained. No one knows the shipments have stopped. If word gets around, we'll have a serious morale drop. I need to investigate this quietly.
You have any leads?
Not much. The supplies make it planetside, but never reach the base. The obvious answer is the Ket. Sabotage is their style. We changed our drop point, but no luck. I can't send someone to investigate without word getting around. I guess there's no avoiding it eventually.
I can take a look at the drop point. That way, no one will panic.
I can't sanction an official search, but I also can't stop you from investigating on your own. The nav point for the last drop location is in my personal console. You seem to be adept at decryption, so I'll let you figure out the rest.
Joe, my friend, welcome home, brother.
Decryption successful, Pathfinder. Updating your nav system with a supply drop point.
I heard about the Ket ammo.
Landed right in the middle of mine.
No. I hope they dealt with it.
That human is a Pathfinder fighting for... Give me a double dose of silver. Have some respect.
A double? Are you?
Just do it.
Don't worry. They dealt with me.
Yes, what is it? You're that alien they've been talking about on comms, aren't you? Why are you standing here? Don't you have more important places to be?
I'm Pathfinder Ryder with the Andromeda Initiative from...
Wonderful. You're from far away. Do they have magical healing where you're from?
Nothing more advanced than what you have.
Then where you're from is useless to me right now. Stand over there.
Dr. Hareen, maybe Ryder could help us with the emergency caches.
Emergency caches?
This is a war zone. Ket attacks are always a risk. Wounded? There's probably a cache of emergency medical supplies nearby. No substitute for real medical attention, but you'll survive long enough to reship.
Problem is the caches are empty right now. Restrained and no one's been out there to replenish supplies.
There's no time to waste. I'll help with whatever you need.
Supply crates are stacked by the wall over there. Directions to the caches are with them. You have a vehicle?
Of course.
Good. Get going. If you need patching up, you'll have to wait. A patrol just came through and I need to see to them.
Did they run into something out there?
The Ket are getting bolder. A band of them attacked our patrol last night. Our people managed to get out without much trouble, but I need to check them over.
It's actually warm in here. Those heaters work pretty well.
We don't use them for heat. They generate artificial sun, so we don't go dark.
What do you mean, go dark?
Right, I suppose you wouldn't know about that. Our bodies generate energy from sunlight. If we don't get enough, our immune systems weaken and our bioenergy slows. We go dark.
It can't be easy living in a place like this.
Between the cold and the lack of sun, it's tough to keep morale up. Most of us come from Aya or Haval, so it's a big adjustment. Immunity drops, people get sick. But if the civilians in the settlements can live here without complaint, so can we.
I'll come back if I need anything.
I'll be here.
Welcome. You are the Pathfinder, yes? I am Rochua Lin.
What are these symbols on the wall?
My people worship here, in private.
And I give the blessings. Would you like one?
I'm a bit of a stranger to your faith.
A stranger in all things, perhaps. The blessing is offered with simple goodwill.
Why don't you practice religion in public?
Those who are slaves to the Ket are forbidden to express their spiritual beliefs. We honor their isolation by practicing privately. Faith is also strongest when no one sees it.
It would be an honor.
I give you strength and courage, yet be clear your heart.
You seem troubled.
Oh, Pathfinder Rider. I was just speaking a blessing for 2 of our young soldiers murdered by the Ket. So many dead or disappeared, but these 2 cuts are the deepest yet.
Did you know them well?
They would be alive if they hadn't welcomed this death.
I'm not sure I understand.
These children were swayed by a new belief that's taken hold. A soul finds enlightenment through reincarnation, but some now think they can force this. They fling themselves at death, thinking they will be reborn stronger. Glory seekers, we call them.
I have heard of this. No one I know, but I can't be certain.
Reincarnation is a nice thought, but to die for it?
This has consequences. If you meet some of these glory seekers, do what you can to save them from death. That's all any of us can do.
How do you become a priestess?
With great hardship. Only those who know darkness can lead others to light. I speak weekly words for those who seek them. They take my words to their families, so that they all find the strength I once longed for.
What do you believe?
In the never-ending growth of a soul that is reincarnated within a family. A righteous action in this life begets enlightenment in the next.
And with that, a stronger dynasty.
What happens to the souls of exalted Angara?
This is our great heartache. They are kept from the family dynasty. Lost to us in all ways.
Thank you.
Jarl, have you come back to us?
Briefly.
And these must be the strangers I've heard so much about. You know, if not for Jarl, I might kill you.
This is my friend, Maisie. She helps supply the resistance.
That must be difficult out here.
Jarl's the brave one.
How do you get supplies with the Ket everywhere?
The same way we came. There are caves and hidden paths all over Vold.
It's hard to fly in, so my children run most items through the caves, little by little.
Children?
Their size makes it hard for the Ket to detect. We all do what we can out here, even children.
How do you feel about Ephra?
Some speak ill of the man, but his plan is bold and the resistance is important. I'll do what I can to help until I can't help anymore.
Are you selling anything we could use?
I have almost nothing left. What I do have, we need if we're going to stand any chance against the Ket. Maybe if you clear that Ket station on the South Road, I'd be able to bring in more and spare something for you.
Good luck, and stay safe.
Just make sure you return Jarl to us.
Good. You're in the clear.
I brought
Whoa, didn't mean to sneak up on you.
Squinting Stars. It's the Pathfinder. We heard about how you punched the cat. Punched them right in the exaltations. So amazing.
Shut up, Beniska. You're embarrassing.
You shut up. I'm being charming, right?
The Angara have been wonderful to us, including yourself. So thank you.
See? We're building bonds here to seek.
So, what's out there? Any tips?
As a start, you could join our fight in Hajara, where those red lights are. I hear someone's looking for help.
Or you could just go there and kill some cat. They're everywhere.
Anything else you need to know? We've been stationed here forever, so we're experts.
Those red lights, you said that's Hajara?
Yes, Hajara Station, one of the Dar in the valley. It's a small community, mostly scientists. There's people there that might need help if you haven't checked it out already.
Why does anyone live out here?
Why so surprised? We've adapted to this weather.
Those lights are conspicuous. Don't the Ket attack?
We've adapted to that too. The cat want to take us alive, so we fight to the death. It seems to deter them.
What's that alien facility on that mountain over there?
That's the Ket Command Center. We have constant eyes on it.
What's its purpose?
It controls Ket operations on the entire planet. There's always ships coming and going.
I came face to face with the prefect there. Meanest, motherless Bisan I ever saw.
Even the Ket seemed afraid. We don't have much intel on her, though.
Do you know of any remnant sites or ruins?
I think so. Actually, I don't know.
Seek, do you ever read the dailies?
No, you'll tell me if I need to know something.
So, where is it?
Tall lights, over on your right somewhere.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Take care. Stay safe.
You be safe too, Jarl Amadarov. Has your sister recovered from her mission? She was brave.
So brave.
She is. Both recovered and brave. Thank you for asking.
Tempest, we're going to need the Nomad. My position.
Deploying forward station. Good luck, Ryder.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder.
Okay, Sam, what's Volt got for us?
Ket activity appears to be centered around this large central command post. According to Resistance intelligence, the base coordinates all Ket military efforts on Volt.
And taking it down will cripple their operations.
In theory. However, given the trouble the Angara Resistance has had infiltrating the base, it will not be a simple task. I recommend a more cautious approach that starts with the investigation of smaller Ket installations.
What about the Angara, the Resistance? What's their status?
Resistance dispatches indicate there is someone in Hajara who needs help. We could visit Tekix, a larger and more established Angara Dar that is nearby.
Sounds good. Thanks, Sam.
Pathfinder, Volt's temperature range is fixed well below freezing, with pockets of even more severe conditions. This necessitates the use of the Nomad. I advise against prolonged exposure to the cold.
Got it. Don't crash the car.
Our scans have detected remnant monoliths, which suggests the presence of a vault.
And that means we might be able to melt this ice cube. All right, we've got our work cut out for us. Let's get going.